System of free, uniform, and common public thorough schools. We've got to have partners in that. So I congratulate the board. I congratulate the patrons. I congratulate everyone that worked so hard to be a great partner for the state of Idaho in providing the Middleton area folks with the best education facilities so that you'll have the best education opportunities. Why is that so important? Well, folks, we just finished an 88-day session, and I would tell you that the majority of that entire session was spent working on education. And that's not just this last year. We do that almost every year because education is important. That's why we spend 51% of our state budget. 51% of every dime that comes into the state's general fund goes out for K through 12. And then if you add another 18%, that goes for higher education. So roughly 69 to 70% of all the sales tax we collect, all the income tax we collect, all of the other sundry taxes that we collect, they go into the general fund, roughly $2,284 million this last year. 69 to 70% of that goes for education. Why do we put such importance on it? Well, I can tell you when I was growing up right here in the valley, I was born over in Caldwell and went to schools for most of my life right here in the valley. My parents had a wish for myself and my 8 brothers and sisters, and that is that we would have a better life than the life that they had. They came from the Kansas. They came from the Dust Bowl just right after the Great Recession. And they knew that for us to have a better life, it was an education that was going to open those doors of opportunity. Open those doors for us to have a better life. What I wanted for my 4 children was a better life. And so I wanted them to have an education. And myself and my 8 brothers and sisters, there was only 4 of us that graduated from high school. I was the only one to go on to college. And my 4 children, I had that same dream for my kids that my parents had for us. And in my 4 children, I've got 4 bachelors, 2 masters, and a doctorate. And I've got 5 grandkids, and I want them to have those same opportunities, and I know that a good education is the threshold over which we must all go in order to venture into that wonderful world out there, mostly of unknown, but we can become very acquainted with it right here in this building. As a businessman, 30 years that I worked for the Simplot Company, we knew from day one that sitting around in a kindergarten or somewhere in the 12th grades or maybe up in college was the next French fry, was the next management tool that was going to be invented that would continue our business, that would continue to allow our business to grow and continue to have our efforts go forward in the international marketplace. And so every business is counting on this school to produce those products for the future, the next painkiller. Whatever it is, it's going to begin right here in this school. Finally, I would tell you that this great republic of ours needs a lot of help these days. You can see what's going on in Washington, D.C. with a national debt of roughly $14.3 trillion. Fortunately for us, Idaho's budget is balanced. But I would tell you that in order for this republic to survive, we have to have bright people. Perhaps Benjamin Franklin said it best when he said that a well-educated citizenry is our first line of defense over any form of tyranny. That if you can enslave the mind, you can enslave the body. And so as a parent, as a businessman, and as a political leader in the state of Idaho, I congratulate you all for a job well done. This very much looks like the template that all of Idaho should follow when their education needs meets the same destination that yours did 2.5 years ago. God bless you, and thank you for a job well done.